Hello, can everybody hear me? Yeah, I'm off mute, so it should be good. Hello, Blood Moon, Irby, Ohead. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, this might be a short one. I started a little bit earlier, so hopefully I can wrap this up pretty quick, but cover the stuff I wanted to cover. You hear me, Irby? Yes, no, maybe. Is it going small? Can Someone asked, why is the crescent moon like a smiley face? I don't know. Why is the crescent moon like a smiley face, Ohead? It's not vertical. Ah. You try not to go to bed late. Yes, Irby, old heads like me got to try to definitely work on getting in that sleep. If I could get 8 hours a night, that would be a miracle and it would be wonderful. It would do wonders for me too, because the older you get, the more sleep supposedly you need. So I don't know. Did you reach out to Fulana, Irby, to let her know that I'm live as well? And what time is it where you're at, old head? You're a day ahead, right? So is it like 8 o'clock in the morning? Is it morning time over there? Oh, okay, cool. Cool beans. This is my only news. 9:52 a.m. Okay, yeah, I got something to talk about that wasn't put on the news, shockingly. I'm not sure why. Supposedly it's not really rare, but I found a story on TikTok. Was it TikTok first? Yeah, I found a story on TikTok, so it was odd that this didn't make the news. Let me see if I could bring up the article first before I play the video. Did I put it up? Okay, here it is. Let me see if this one is the one I want to read. Let's see. Okay, no, let me play the article that's in the article that I'm reading now is DC News Now. So this is the newspaper in Washington D.C. and it says DC police address transparency. She was an influencer, so it's all. Oh no, I'm not talking about that yet, Blumwood. I'm talking about what happened in Washington D.C. this week. So I'm just going to read the article first, and then I'm going to play the video. So DC police address transparency concerns after a man dies near the police station. It says here on Monday, April 13th, around 1:30 p.m., Fourth District officers received a report about an unconscious person on the 900 block of Quackensbow. It says Quackensbow Street Northwest. Police found a man hanging from a tree limb. Crews responded to the scene and attempted life-saving measures, but the man died. The incident is being investigated as a death by suicide. MPD released a statement about the death on Thursday, 3 days after the actual death, drawing outrage from some people who said the incident should have been addressed sooner. On Friday, the police department posted on X saying the department responded to 4 media inquiries on Monday afternoon. Thursday's statement was not the first time we shared available information, said the MPD. We remain committed to transparency and keeping our community informed. Now, the article, no, it's not what you think, Blood Moon. So I'm going to read what I found on Instagram. Like I said, this wasn't put on the news or anything like that, but this is a statement also from the Metropolitan Police Department in Washington, D.C. It says on Monday, April 13th, 2026, at approximately 1:30, I said that 4th District officers responded to the 900 block of Quackensborough Street Northwest for the report of an unconscious person. Upon arrival, the officers located a 19-year-old Hispanic male unconscious and not breathing, hanging from a tree limb. DC Fire and EMS responded to the scene, and despite all life-saving efforts, the male was pronounced dead at the scene. The decedent was transported to the office of the chief medical examiner for an autopsy, and a ruling on cause and manner of death is pending additional testing and toxicology results. Currently, no foul play is suspected, and this is being investigated as a suicide. The decedent's family has been contacted by MPD, that's Metropolitan Police Department, and our hearts go out to them during this difficult time. Yes, Hispanic blood moon. It was a 19-year-old Hispanic guy who was found hung by a tree. And they're saying that it's a suicide. So, every time I hear that somebody died by hanging as a suicide, that's very suspicious to me because it takes a lot of strength and effort to hang yourself, you know what I'm saying, to kill yourself in that manner, especially like by a tree, in a hotel. It's just crazy. Hispanics always copying black people. Blood moon in this country, Hispanics have been hung in the early turn of the century. Hispanics, Italians, and black people, of course. So, excuse me, this wasn't highly publicized. This was definitely local news. And like I said, I heard it on TikTok, and then I said, well, let me look to see if this is actually real, because you get a lot of news on TikTok and it'd be fake news. I mean, I put up a video like, I don't know, maybe it was last year, and it was definitely fake news. So you got to watch what you read and try to follow up on it if you can, so excuse me, because nowadays it's hard to know what's real and what's not. There are cameras everywhere. Yes, that's what they're talking about, Blood Moon. I know the history. I meant not today, not in the past. Oh, okay. So let me get that video up. Hold on. Let me play this one first. I have two of them, but let me play this one first.
Transparency from DC police. A man was found dead not far from the 4th District Police Station on Monday. Officers say that this was a suicide, but families and neighbors say that this are certainly pushing back on that notion. Randy Hildreth is checking it out for us tonight. She joins us with her update. Randy?
Yeah, good evening to you, Larry. So here's the thing. This rally started at the 4th District or 40 precinct down the street. I want to whip the camera around this way so that you can see that this transformed from a rally to now a march down Georgia Avenue. And the crowd has certainly grown. Started at about 20 people, but you can see it's well more than that. And as you mentioned, the crowd is concerned about the death of a 19-year-old man and how it is being investigated. Sadly, he was found hanging from a tree limb Monday, a few blocks from the 4D precinct. Now, MPD is awaiting a medical examiner's report, but said it's investigating this as a suicide. Now, WUSA 9 did get a chance to speak with the young man's family today, who said that he has struggled, but they want another look into this investigation because they say that even though he struggled with certain things, he did contact his family when he was going through things. I want to show you again just a live look of this rally and this now march. It was organized by DC Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. Helped organize this. Some of the community members also raised concerns about the time it took for police to alert the community of what's going on. We will continue to follow this rally. Not sure where it will end, but we'll keep you updated. I'll send it back to you live tonight. Randy Hildreth, WUSA 9.
So they're protesting, and it appears that they're they're trying to spin the narrative, and I'm not saying spin it, but they're promoting it, or they're just saying they're rallying it, maybe basically stating that it's probably a racist type of death, that it wasn't suicide, that based on race. I'm not sure why, but that's what the protesters are out there doing. The people that got it together, they're pushing it as a racist thing. They don't even know what happened, and they're protesting. Yeah, I think that more so they're protesting Blood Moon, I believe, because of the time that it took to put the information out there. Like usually when somebody dies in a public manner like that, or they delete them, they usually put it out there, or the news is out there speaking on it. So why they waited 3 days, I have no idea. I don't know how DC, the Washington DC works when it comes to things like that. Spin it is the perfect thing to say. Wait for the footage. Exactly. They're trying to spin the narrative of it being something racist. That's the word I was looking for, Blood Moon. So, because they're protesting it, and it was Racism and Alliance, some type of group like that. So that's basically what they're pushing for, right? And the newscaster that was out there was saying that I guess like he had some sort of issues. What issues did he have? That he kept in touch with his family. So I mean, he was 19 years old, so he was still technically he's an adult, but technically a kid. You know? Oh, I did say that. Okay. um, I don't know. I don't know what kind of issues he had. Maybe he was homeless in the street. I don't know. We don't know. They're not saying much. They're being very vague about it. And like I said, when they say that that you know the person committed suicide like by hanging, that doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. Irby says I don't see race in this case, and the family said he had issues. Right, but what kind of issues could he have to hang himself? Like, you know, when you want to kill yourself, I don't know. Not that there's a protocol when you want to kill yourself, but by hanging, I mean, especially nowadays when you don't have to be so dramatic about it, I don't know. Blood Moon said depression and eventually the family cannot help them anymore. That's true. That's true. But let me play the next video on this. This is still about this young guy, but you know, it's sad that he was 19 years old, you know, and he died like that, and it didn't even make the news. It makes sense because several black men have done the same thing in the past few years. Hung because they're saying there was a video, and I didn't capture that one, Blood Moon, but there's a video where a lady was saying that in the past year this is the 5th hanging, and she's trying to allude that it's racially motivated. It was 2 Hispanics and 3 African Americans so far this year. So I don't know. Let me play the next video for you guys.
Trigger warning on this video. I'm not sure if you have seen the viral video of a 19-year-old boy that was hanging in a tree outside of a police precinct. I am outside of the 4th District headquarters in Northwest DC. This is where the 19-year-old boy was found hanging on the side of the police precinct. We just left an action of community organizers and community members that are looking for answers because we don't have any outside of the fact that this young Latino boy was 19 years old. What the police department is attempting to try to say is that the boy died by suicide. However, the video that went viral of his body hanging outside of a tree on this side of the building is from Monday. The police did not release a statement about this boy hanging outside of this police department until yesterday, Thursday. Today is Friday, April 17th. So just so you all know, no public was alerted. Nobody was notified. We still don't have a name or any identifying information of this young man. An independent journalist by the name of Sam Collins, who writes for the Washington Informer here in DC, came to this precinct to ask the police what happened, who is he, what was going on. Got no answers. Community advocates came to this police precinct to ask questions about what happened, what is going on, who is this young man, and got no answers to no avail. And so for that, we call foul play. I call foul play. And in addition to this young man that was found, this particular precinct also houses who I call Bag of Shit Bagshaw, Jason Bagshaw, who a couple of years ago killed a 23-year-old black man by the name of Lazarus Wilson. And so therefore, we know that this particular police department is corrupt and we don't trust anything that they have to fucking say. And until they release any further information to the public, that's what we're going to stand on.
Now you see, she says he was hung right around the side of the building. The police report says it was a few blocks away, and there's no camera footage yet that has been made public, Blood Moon. So, like I said, it's really weird. The first person that looked like it looked like a you know, like a small podcaster type of news segment thing. They reported it like, you know, the same way that the police did. And then they reported the protesters, and she's reporting it differently. So it's like you don't know what to believe in the manner that they're reporting what actually happened. And the fact that the police took so long to put it out there, I guess, makes the public over there suspicious. And, you know, the fact that he hung himself. So Blood Moon said, outside the precinct and no cameras. We need to see what the camera shows. It could have been a cop who did it. That's what they're trying to allude to. But why would, if a cop did it, let's say, allegedly, if a cop did it, why would he do it so close to his job? Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? And O has said this happened in Palmdale, California a decade ago. Really? By Palmdale? That's a little like hoodish, isn't it? That's California, right? O had. I thought journalists not supposed to give the opinions and cursing. she's a TikToker, I guess, Irby, or on Instagram. I guess maybe she's a wannabe journalist, so she was trying to report the news. But yeah, she definitely gave her personal opinion, which she shouldn't do. If a cop did it, they would cover it. But why so close? Okay, so Palmdale is in California. But why so close to your job? Like, if I work at the hospital and I'm going to kill somebody, I'm not going to kill him by the hospital. Like, or leave his body by the hospital. Why would I do that? It's easier for them to end up finding out who actually did it. And like you said, Blood Moon, there's cameras out there, so somebody's going to find out what happened. And I'm sure they know already that they waited so long to put the information out there. They know already. But again, like I said, it's sad, 19 years old. Even the family's not speaking, which is weird. Like, the press is always there to get a statement or something. Even if it didn't make big national news, it didn't even make the local news. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's crazy, Okay, social media journalism is the new. Yes, it is, Irby. If you got your cell phone and a mic, you can do it. Like, everybody's a podcaster, everybody's a YouTuber, everybody's a journalist. Then there's people who do they do the crime stories on YouTube, which I've seen, and they make their own a synopsis about what they think went on, or who's really the killer, which we're going to get to some story like that soon too anyway, because I'm going to try to run by these pretty fast. So I'm glad you guys participated in this. But again, I just found it odd. Suicide by hanging to me is weird. I think it's personally weird. I don't think he killed himself. I don't know the story. I don't see no cameras, but I just don't think he killed himself in that manner. If you said you found him in the river, or you found him OD'd in some abandoned building, I don't know, with a needle in his arm, or something like that, then I could say, or he jumped off a building. Like, I could believe that, but hanging, to me, I don't know. I don't believe that. I think that's BS. And I think they need to do better. And cops need to, inform the public when something so public happens like that, Hold on a second. Oh, give me 1 second. Okay, people. So I want to go on to my next topic here. I think I'm gonna be able to do this in an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So I wanted to go on to my next topic. That I think Irby, because Irby had a live listen. I don't know if he spoke about it, or I think he did speak about it briefly. What's going on with Ice Spice? I'm gonna touch that topic, Irby. That's the new way to do it, Morena. It happened a lot. No one ever said it was something different after investigating those other cases. I don't know. I guess that's so, I don't know, dramatic. I don't know. Maybe because I'm such a chicken about things, Blood Moon. I think if I wanted to kill myself, I would take pills or something. I mean, I wouldn't even grab a gun or try to jump off a building, because I said I would think my luck, I would survive it. At least if you take pills, you could die like in your sleep. Like, I don't know. I would be scared to hurt myself to commit suicide. And I guess and I don't know, I just find it odd when people want to go that they would be so dramatic about it. I don't know. I don't think law enforcement was involved. They probably don't care. This case is based on personal background. I don't know what you meant. Pills cause stomach ache first. Yeah, but that's easier than like hanging yourself and like suffocating. Hanging yourself is like suffocating, right? You can't breathe. Like, I would be scared, right? Let's say you did try it and you're there and you're like, oh my god, I'm really doing it, and you feel like you just can't breathe. And I don't know. I think it's too much. Hey Ramon, thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so now I want to talk about. You know what? Let me drop the link, but I'm going to go into the next topic. But I'm going to drop the link. Let me see if I remember again, or I can pin it. Hold on. He's Hispanic, Titi, not white. Yeah, or black, but still, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's sad, you know? But let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, give me a second. Because I'm going to go into, after I do this, I'm going to go into the next topic. Hey, Channel Chilltown, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Let me just put this here. All right, let me pin it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go into my next topic, which involved a celebrity rapper by the name of Ice Spice. So let me just give you some background on what happened here. It says Ice Spice was involved in a physical altercation at Hollywood McDonald's, that's Hollywood, California, McDonald's on April 15th, 2026, where she was slapped by a fan. According to security footage obtained by TMZ. TMZ is always at the right place at the right time, aren't they? The incident, which escalated into a brawl, is being investigated by the LAPD. Ice Spice is taking legal action against the perpetrators. She needs to, right? Because I'm sure that person that she got into that incident with is going to try to sue her. So what happened was surveillance footage shows a woman confronting Ice Spice and a friend, leading to the fan slapping the rapper. The fight reportedly continued into the parking lot where Ice Spice was seen smashing a phone. Ice Spice addressed the incident on X, formerly known as Twitter, joking this wouldn't happen at Wendy's. Irby, shut up. Her lawyer, Bradford Cohen, described the attack as unprovoked and indicated plans to hold the individuals, so there's more than one, responsible, stating the only thing that will go viral for them is mugshots. The individual involved in the fight alleged on social media that Ice Spice was rude to her, leading to a physical altercation. So I have that on video. So let's see. Hollywood is so ghetto. And she was in a McDonald's. And like we said before, why didn't she have security with her? It's just something, something. We know she's not like whatever the biggest rapper is out there today, but still you're known, you're known. People this altercation happened with somebody that's in her generation, her age group, so they know who she is. Bronx women need to stop fighting. Shut up, Irby. Let's see. Ice Spice, I call fake. Okay, well, let's see, because I got several videos, old head, and then you can make your own decision. Let's see. Ice Spice needs security or machete. Yeah, well, if she would have had a machete and used it, and she wouldn't be able to press charges the way she is. So thank God she didn't have a weapon, and it was just women scrapping, Hold on a second. Let me see. I try to put it in a certain order. Okay, let me play this first.
I was with my friends and everything, and we came from the beach earlier that night, and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, "Oh, I think that's Ice Spice over there." And I'm like, "Oh, for real?" So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment. And then immediately Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, "Why are you over here? You could leave. Bye." And I'm like, "Why are you being rude?" Pretty much. And she was basically saying like, "You could just leave. Bye. Like, I don't even know why you're at my table." Then that's when I proceed to ask her, like, "You don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment." And I'm like, "You know what? Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from New York." So I said, "Let me tell you something. I don't care where you from." I'm like, "You in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted us to leave, you could have just politely said, 'Oh, I'm not in the mood,' or something, right?" And I was with my
All right, that's part one of her explaining the situation. Um, what O has said, I got $1 million. I'm not eating in McDonald's. Exactly. Like, or you can order it, right? You don't have to be at McDonald's. I like Big Macs. So maybe, if I became rich and famous, I'm not going to go to the McDonald's, but I'll definitely order it or DoorDash it or something. Irby said, no, she's playing victim. Exactly. uh it was recorded so we can hear what the conversation was about exactly, and I was able to get that, Blood Moon. But let me play part two of her explaining the incident.
instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on. Then she calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, I hit her. So I hit her, and then so I got escorted out the McDonald's. And then so after they escorted me, I'm like by my car, and I hear Ice Spice in the middle of the street talking about some, where is that bitch at? I want to fight her with you, woo woo. So I come back down the street, and then that's when me and her fought again. And then she just kept talking a whole lot of mess. That's just like the brief of the story, honestly. And then as I'm outside the McDonald's as well, she picks up one of my homie's phone. She picks it up and she throws his phone and broke his screen. So it was just like basically she was being disrespectful and rude, which is why we fought. As a fan, I'm not expecting you to be rude or nothing like that. I'm thinking you're just gonna, oh, like, thank you for supporting me, this and that. But she had a different attitude towards me, instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on this.
So who does that? You heard her saying that you're in my town, blah 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 blah. Like, who does she sounds like dudes, guys do that. You're in my hood or you're in my town, and you're a young lady going to McDonald's, you said whatever you said. It doesn't have to get to the point where you're gonna fight or anything and actually respond that way. That is crazy. Ohed said, I'm not eating McDonald's, but I'm okay, gotta be fake. Why is she not in jail? Well, according to the attorney, she's gonna be there soon. Hey, Denise, thank you for stopping by. Well, what happened to Ice Spice? Is that what you're asking? Ice Spice was at McDonald's in LA, in Hollywood, to be exact, eating at McDonald's, and that girl approached her, and they had some words, and they ended up fighting, which I'm gonna play the video next, Denise. But yeah, they ended up fighting, and I wondered, why didn't Ice Spice have security with her? Or why didn't she just order her McDonald's at whatever hotel she was staying at, or wherever she was staying at while she was there in LA? It just seems like she didn't have to be at a local McDonald's, even though she seemed like she was, I guess, trying to disguise herself because she had on jogging pants and a hoodie that basically covered her face. But she has a not so common face, so people knew who she was, I guess. Um, she's not a millionaire. What is she? She's not making no money, Irby. I mean, she's okay. I guess you know what? To be famous, you don't have to be a millionaire these days, I guess. But she's all over the internet, so people know who she is. Because I mean, I don't listen to her music, but I know who she is. Some people want to live a normal life. Yeah, but sometimes you can't, Blood Moon. I mean, look at Michael Jackson. He couldn't go anywhere. No matter how normal he wanted to live, he couldn't. He couldn't do jack. So a lot of people want to do that. I don't know. I do see celebrities though that they show them on social media, like in California, like going to the grocery store and stuff. But that's usually like when I see white people, they look totally different, Blood Moon. Like when they say, "Oh, this is let's say Cameron Diaz," you'd be like, "Oh my God, that's Cameron Diaz. I didn't even recognize her." Like, so you don't always know who it is. But yeah, that she went to McDonald's. I suggest she should have just ordered DoorDash. Oh my God, I see celebs keep thinking LA is soft. LA is dangerous, folks. We eat avocado toast, but that don't mean softness. LA is where rappers come to die. I was gonna talk about that, Denise, because didn't Pop Smoke die in LA? And there was another rapper too that got deleted there as well. I'm not sure of the rapper's name, the other one, but I believe he was eating in a restaurant and he passed away too. Que lo que, Tony Hernandez, thank you so much for stopping by. I think she will get a commercial watch. You think so? No, I think she's going. I think she's going to get. If they're going to go based on what actually happened, I think that she might. She's gonna go through something. She's gonna. She's not. She's gonna be careful the next time she approaches somebody famous. Let's see. P&B Rock at Roscoe's. Okay, that's who the person was. I'm not familiar with the rapper Ohead, but I know it was another rapper that passed away, and I believe that that rapper too didn't have security. And I don't know if Pop Smoke did as well, but I believe he did it. And also Krishan Rock, she had went out there to promote something. I don't know if you guys remember, and she was outside and she was talking to some girls, and then I don't know how it ended up being an argument, but they ended up jumping her and trying to beat her butt. And from what I've seen with Krishan Rock, she gave him the business. She's not an easy person to take down. So who knows? Quando Rondo's cousin, Nipsey. Oh, Nipsey too. That's right. No, but I'm talking about people that were from out of town. Well, no, I guess it doesn't even matter, right? It just happens over there in LA. They don't play though. Yeah. I don't know who Quando Rondo's is. Quando Rondo's cousin, Denise. Nipsey, of course, I know who it is, but I don't know who P&B Rock is. I'm not familiar with him. And by the way, P&B was retarded because there was more bougie rock. There's a more bougie Roscoe's in the outskirts of Inglewood, and he chose to go to South Central. Okay, so I've heard of South Central, and it's not anything good. And I heard about that when I was a teenager in the 80s, so I'm not sure. I don't know why these people go out there. I don't know. Even Hollywood is kind of ghetto, isn't it, Denise? I think Ice Spice handled herself accordingly. I think they caught her off guard, Tony, but I'm going to show the video. But I believe they caught her off guard because maybe she had been more aware that things were going to go down like that. Maybe she would have handled herself a little bit better. There's 50,000 active gangbangers in LA alone. Don't come here, act stupid. Nah, I wouldn't. Rancho's from Inglewood. Really? Oh, wow. Okay, so all right, let me play the next video. The same situation with Ice Spice. Let me play the next video. That's what you do. You say guys. So you from Cali? So go take. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirag. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirag. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald's. I got you. Well, I'm from Wade. Where you from? Why you from? Where you Thanks, Blood Moon. I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about that. Blood Moon said, I'm from McDonald's, she said. But did that look like she was approaching her as a fan? Like, she wanted to, say what's up and whatever, like, oh, it's nice seeing you. 100% Hollywood is the ghetto. Even Meg the Stallion was not safe in Beverly Hills. Wow. These streets are treacherous. Well, isn't that what happened to, who was it? Rihanna, right? When that crazy lady from Florida went over there to shoot up her house. So I guess you're right. You're absolutely right, Denise. That's crazy. If I got money and I'm living in a nice neighborhood, there should be patrol out there to make sure that nothing happens. Tony said, I'm from Mama Toto's. Toto. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Yes, Irby. The problem is gangs here betrayed Quando for money because they operate on extortion and who pays more. Oh, okay. Selena. A fan would know where she's from. Exactly. But I think she did. I think she just was trying to, I don't know. Ohead said, I don't know, my thing is going slow here. Ohead said Rihanna moved. Okay. Mm, that's good that Rihanna moved because that's crazy that happened. Do I have a delay? Okay, hold on. Denise said many celebrities here get robbed in their mansions all the damn time. They just don't make it public. That is crazy. Again, Denise, if I'm paying to live in a mansion in a secluded neighborhood, I would think that it's a secure, especially Beverly Hills. Like, is it that there's so many people that I guess you consider ghetto are moving there now? So it's not the way it was, like how we used to see old Hollywood and stuff like that, that people can actually come in there and do stuff like that? Blood Moon said Denise Chuck and culture. Blood Moon said Lord is using Google Translate. I didn't get it. That's all. Like, what? Rihanna should move up the hill and have larger gates. Again, I thought it's a gated community, so I mean, what the heck? Yes, but even you'll expect your own gang to protect you over the ops, LA Irby. They favor the rival gang. Oh, so Denise is up on the gang culture over there, huh? You gotta do something on that, Denise, because I mean, the last I heard about LA gang culture was I guess the Blood and the Crips, and that was in the 90s, the movies Colors, and are they still fighting over colors and things like that? Even though I'm familiar with Nipsey Hussle passing away at his store, but yeah. I'm Moon Chaser, okay. Moon Chaser does like all his troll names do have Anthony, Tony, something that has to do with his name in it. So who knows? Beyonce's mom, okay. Moon Chaser would need Google Translate as well, but he won't type so well. Oh, what are you trying to say about Moon Chaser? There's a documentary of duo of friends that escalated in many celeb mansions to rob them. Really? Okay. And Clarence, Avant wife wasn't safe. I don't know what you're talking about, Irby. Really? Because I saw Rihanna's house right by the street. Oh. Oh, so she was, oh, no bueno. They shouldn't even have houses like right by the street. Blood Moon, and that also outside check-in too, because the Crips love squeezing money from poor Shaq every time he's here. Get out of here. Wow. No way. I wouldn't live there. LA is very territorial. Shit, I thought New York was, but New York is like blocks, right? If you're on a certain block or something and you're not from there, and that was back when I was younger. So I thought that's how it was. But I know, and I thought LA was still like into colors, So let's see. Yes, Morena, we all live in this culture, and even if you want to avoid it, you'll find yourself knowing about it. I hear you. It's not him, Morena. The typing is not the same. Dyslexia. Oh, okay. And Level said Denise is making things up. That sounds pretty accurate. I don't know. That sounds pretty accurate. Okay, so I got one more video to me that's even better than the one that I just played, even though it's the same concept. But I don't know. You get to hear more of what's being said, and it kind of contradicts what that young lady was saying actually transpired when she pulled up on Ice Spice. Let me play that one.
Gas? Ready? Girl. What? Ready for what? Take gas. You take gas? That's what you do, you take gas? Yeah. So go take gas. So you from Cali? So go take gas. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirac. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirac? Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald's. I'm from Wait. Wait, calm down, calm down. Let me fight her. Calm down, calm down. On your mama, let me fight her. Let me fight a Why would you want to fight me? Are you a bitch? Calm down. You want to fight a bitch? Why would you fight me, bitch? We get off on anything. Whoa! Whoa! Get her ass! No, why are you trying to fight me? Hey, don't jump her! Hey, don't push him though. Don't push him though. Don't push him because he can't hit you the back. Don't push him.
So that was better, right? So it looked like the little girl instigated everything. Let me see. Where am I at in the comments? Okay, Denise said, the problem is that you see the disproportionate amount of wealth right here, and the rich are so dumb they don't believe in gates in Beverly Hills, and their security is not that good compared to the streets. That's crazy. That's crazy. But there's usually like that, Denise, like where the very rich live at, if you go not too far from there, and I don't know why it's always like that, you see like poverty. It's like that. Uh-oh. I want to stay on topic. Hey, sir, how are you?
What is the topic? I'll stay on topic.
Hello?
What's the topic? Hello?
You're not on mute, but I can't hear you. And there's several topics, sir.
Can you hear me? Yes or no?
I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Oh, man, I can't hear you. It said something about your device not being connected. Okay, you jumped off. Okay. So, so you saw the video, right? You saw where we got a better look at what was going on, and it looks like she instigated everything. Blood Booster don't believe it. Shaq. Oh, that's the part you don't believe. The Shaq is paying the gags. Okay. People in Bel Air don't have this issue because many are super gated. Oh, so it's Bel Air. Oh, okay. So Bel Air is a more exclusive area to live in. Blood Moon, they live extorting Shaq. Look it up. This isn't new. Okay. Tony said asking someone in LA where they're from is a challenge. Is it? Shoot. Then we know not to ask, right? Just say you're from out of town. I guess you have to, but it looks like nothing's going to happen. Me voy. ¿Dónde tú te vas? Oh, Morena's novio. Oye, ese él tiene novia. Ella está con él también. Oh, I know why Rob's here, because he heard California. We're talking about LA. So you want to chime in on that, sir? If you can hear
whoa. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, perfect.
Okay, cool. LA is a whole different culture than the Bay Area. It's totally different. But if you guys are talking about LA, it's totally different. We have a totally different culture. That'd be like somebody from Brooklyn. Like if I said, oh, New York, and somebody from Albany or Buffalo or Yonkers.
Okay, so did you see the video I showed about Ice Spice getting into a fight?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Why? First of all, why is
every other word is breaking up a little bit?
Okay, wait. Let me change it to.
You're breaking up, Rob. I can't hear you.
Okay, what about now? Hello?
Are you moving around? Stay still because I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
I hear you now. Clear.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I had to put it to speakerphone.
Okay, now I don't
Um.
hear you at all. You heard him just fine, so it's me? Oh. And are you guys hearing me okay? Because I feel like I got a delay. Rob, did you hear him, Tony? Because Blood Moon said she heard him just fine. Eso no es novio mío si él tiene novia. Yes, it's me. Okay, but can you hear me? The gangs took his Wi-Fi. Okay, but were you guys able to hear him? I wonder if I need to check my audio. Hmm. I hear you. You're talking over people. No, but I couldn't hear him at all, Blood Moon. He was breaking up. Anybody else besides Blood Moon was able to hear him fine, so then I'll know that it's me and I need to do something. Just no, maybe. Tony, were you able to hear him just fine? Denise, were you able to hear him just fine? See, I feel like I got a delay. I can hear. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I got a delay. I wonder if I can go out and come back in because maybe it's me. You hear me? Okay, so you heard him fine too, Denise? Because then if it's not him, then it's me making him do all that for nothing. We could hear him fine. Okay, so it's me. I got you. Okay, I got you.
Hello, everybody.
Rob,
Yes, I can hear you.
if you can hear me, I'm
Um.
told it's me that had the issue, not you.
Okay.
I can hear him
Could
okay. Okay,
somebody?
so
Could
it's me.
somebody?
I
Could
can hear you
somebody
fine
tell
too.
her?
Yeah, but I think it's me. Something's going on with me. I hear him. See, if he's talking, I don't hear him at all. So let me just try to do something.
Wow. Okay. So, peace and blessings, everybody. How y'all doing? Yeah. That lady Ice Spice got boop bop bipped. She got boop bop bipped. First of all, how does the whole America know that you're a rap artist and you at McDonald's? I work at Kentucky Fried Chicken and I don't even eat McDonald's. But you at McDonald's and you got a hit song out. Whoa, what's up with these record deals? How you get boop bopped at McDonald's? I can understand if you got boop bopped at Sizzler. I can understand if you get uppercutted at Red Lobster. But McDonald's? McDonald's. Yo. Yo, what's up with these artists out here on the East Coast? Hey man, stop trying to sign y'all life away, trying to be famous. That's all I gotta say. Hey, Miranda, can you hear me? She's still muted. Um, if she's using her phone, I can help her. Hello.
No, I'm on my laptop. I don't know how to fix the audio,
Okay, look.
and it's me.
Go to my picture.
Yeah, you hear me,
Tell
Rob?
her,
It's
y'all.
me.
Tell her to go to my picture. Go to audio and put it on. Tell her to click the top and the bottom button. The top button should be. Damn it. Um. Uh. Tell her to like don't put my mic loud. Pretty much. Damn, I forgot how it is. Dang it. I'm a just go on and scoot. I just wanted to show. That's all I wanted to do.
I can hear you
I'm
now. Can you
just,
hear me?
I'm just. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he says go to my picture, go to audio, and click the top button. The top button was already checked.
Okay, check the bottom button,
I
not
did
the one
that.
in the middle.
So, and I checked mine too. Fuck.
All right, don't trip, don't trip.
Okay.
Just know that I was here trying to show you some
I
love.
hear every other word. And
Just
I
tell
heard
her
you say,
that I was here.
what do these people think when they go to LA? I heard that part. But I did what you thank you. I see I
All
heard
right,
that part.
all right. Maybe wait, hold on. Maybe it's me.
Okay, keep
Let me
talking,
try to
Rob. Keep talking about it.
edit name. Wait, hold on.
No, it's
Microphone.
not you because I feel like I have a delay. Before you even got on here, I felt that.
Okay. I'm on speakerphone now. Does this help? Nope. Okay. Look, I don't want to ruin your show. God
It's not
bless.
you, Rob. I believe it's me. It's not you. It's me.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Just know that I just want to come through and show love and say peace and blessings. That's it. Can you hear that part?
No, I missed whatever you said before
Okay.
that.
Yo, somebody in the chat let her know that I just want to come up and show her some love and say
Can
peace
I
and
leave the
blessings.
studio and come back in? Can I do that? Like I know I've seen people do that. Maybe that'll. There's a delay. I have a delay.
No, it shouldn't be no delay. Tell her it shouldn't be no
Oh, you talking about New
delay.
Yorkers?
But you know what? God bless y'all. Look, I don't have that much time. I just wanted to show her love. Just tell her that. All right. Just tell her that. I don't have her phone number in real life or nothing like that. Just tell her that I wanted to come up and show her love. And peace to the chat. Shouts out to y'all. God bless. It's Saturday. Hey man, have fun. Don't go to jail. Live it up. You know. God bless. I hope God bless everybody. And I hope the devil lean on everybody that hate on y'all. God bless. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I don't want to mess up the stream.
I heard part of that. We hear it perfectly. But let's switch. Thanks, Rob. What if I start another stream? You think that'll work? Because I definitely have a delay. Even when I'm playing the videos, it sounds delayed. So maybe I should just try that over again. Peace and blessings. Yeah, that's Rob. Maybe I should try that again. Dang it, I want to go over this Ice Spice thing what Denise said about New Yorkers. I get a little bit offended when I hear that crap. Because what's going to happen is if somebody else tries to hit the panel and I have a problem, then it's me. And it feels like it's a delay. When I play the videos now, I hear the delay. Like as soon as I click on it, it doesn't go on right away. So it's moi. This was getting good too. But yeah, I want to go. Let me go over Denise's comment. Since it's just me on the panel, then let me just go over Denise's comment real quick. So Denise says, New Yorkers think they're tough until they step foot in LA. As a Puerto Rican that has been to both places, I can suggest that people should tread light carefully here. Well, Denise, I guess that's from a woman's point of view because women don't really, at least not in New York. As a woman, you don't have to really worry about a girl running up on you like that for like no reason, unless you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. But you're eating a McDonald's that's barely empty all the way in the corner. You don't really have to worry about your safety like I guess you do in LA, So you don't say. Dang it. I wanted to hear Rob's full take on that because he's from California, but he said I heard part of it. He said that Hollywood or wherever she was at is different from the Bay, which I believe that's where Rob is from. So I guess the climate with regards to certain things you can get into is different where he's at. So I heard that part. Nah, the West is crazy, Morena. There's reasons rappers die here like crazy. Yeah, I mean Biggie, Tupac, those are the first two that I heard of, I believe. And I saw the movie Boys in the Hood. That was like for real, for real. There was no sugarcoating that. So Ohead said he's LA born and raised. I call Ice Spice situation fake. You think so? That fight looked like it was real. That girl looked like she was really trying to put some hands on her. She was trying to hurt her. Ice Spice was trying to fight the girl outside. And she was scared. Her boyfriend punched Ice. Yeah, that's why they're gonna go down. I think that's why they're gonna go down. They have it all on camera. East Coast rappers die over here for a reason. Well, that East Coast West Coast beef has been going on for a very, very, very long time, Denise. So sadly, that's how it is. I remember a friend of mine had went to California, and she mentioned that when I was younger that you couldn't wear certain colors and stuff. And we was like, colors? What do you mean? She's like, oh, you can't wear red or blue or variations of that because if you're in the wrong neighborhood. And we just thought that was like the dumbest thing we ever heard. So, but every city has their protocol, their gang protocol. I guess it could be that this girl was one of the LA zombies. Oh gosh. Well, you saw the video, right, Denise? She didn't. It didn't go down the way. Oh, you didn't see. Did you hear what the girl said? I played that video. Did you hear what that girl said? What actually transpired between her and Ice Spice? I was about to call her a Spice Ice. Her boyfriend says she was drunk. If you notice, Blood Moon, when they walked into the McDonald's, her boyfriend was there and started talking to the Mexican dudes on the side and let his girlfriend go walk up to them. So to me, it's like they set it up. They knew she was there. They were outside like, okay, you're going to go inside. We're going to do this. I think they set it up that way because when that girl came in to talk to them, he had walked in behind her, but then he started talking to the Mexican dudes. And there was another video. I didn't upload that one where they asked the Mexican dude, like, they asked him some questions. They was like, no, we don't know him. They didn't even know the black guy. So, I don't know. Her boyfriend said, but he was drunk too, Blood Moon. He was just as drunk as she was. There's people here that are so weird that just by looking at them funny, they'll fight you. LA is weird. So, gosh, Denise, that's not a place I want to live at. Then, like, if you have to worry about crap like that, I no. And maybe it is worse than New York, and I don't want to, for sure. I definitely do not. I don't think he knew she was going to hit Spice because he immediately pulled her away. But they do that, Blood Moon. Like, I don't know. And then if you heard them saying, don't jump her when she fell. And then I guess when she jumped back up, that's when she must have grabbed his phone and broke the guy's phone. Ice Spice grabbed his phone and broke the phone, but she must have went to approach him to hit him too. Because I think he did hit her. He did something to her. That's why she got so angry and grabbed his phone. And then towards the end, some girl was like, "Oh, don't put your hands on him because he will hit you. He will hit you." What Blum said, a bunch of retards in LA. Ohed said LA is only rich and poor. Damn, no in between? That's no bueno then, man. But I guess you're right because, damn, what did I hear that some lady was talking about where she lived at? And she made a lot of money and she was like, she's still poor. Like, that's crazy. But I don't think Denise saw the first part of what that girl was saying. The government all shut down the loony bins many years ago. So there's crackheads, loonies, fat zombie culture that has festered to so many young people is weird. So I guess it's just like in Pennsylvania or Philly. I think it's in Philly or outside of Philly where you see all those people who are drug addicts. And right, Skid Row's by there, right? Isn't that where they're all at? Like they all live outside, Denise, which is crazy to me as well. I don't know. I've seen a lot of movies about that. So homeless all the way up the freeway, all the way up on the freeway. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, they gotta break it up a little bit. Like in New York, you go uptown, you hood, semi-hood, hood, then you go downtown, and unless you're, I don't know, all the way to the east side. The Lower East Side, that's where you see the hood. Chelsea's the hood, but not that close to all those people that got money. Skid Row is downtown. Okay. So where Ice Spice wasn't downtown? Hollywood, isn't that's not downtown? And where's oh God, where is it that the rich people shop at? What's the name of where the rich people shop at? LA is soft. Easy to say from there, right? Where you're at, right, Tony? In and Out Burger up the street. Ah, okay. I heard about the In and Out lady. So that's where what's his name went? Michael B. Jordan went after he won his Oscar. That's the burger place he went to, the In and Out Burger up the street. And up the street, what, from that McDonald's where she got jumped or beat up at? So Denise says Skid Row is downtown LA, but now they're all in our suburbs because they are tossing them away from downtown LA areas because of the Olympics. Oh, and the FIFA that's happening in those areas. Really? FIFA's going to be over there? Wow. Keep voting for Pretty Boy. Oh, man. To govern your state. He is a pretty boy, too. Oakland makes LA look like the Hamptons. Get out of here. Rodeo Drive. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Rodeo Drive. Cali is a rap. Is that why uh O had left? In and Out is the best fast food restaurants. I love the fries. Okay, so they have it in New York too. I don't think they have one here in Texas. I haven't seen it. So, but I heard about it when Michael B. Jordan went there to get his when he won his Oscar. Then somebody said something about the owner of In and Out Burgers, the woman who owns it. It says here Oakland is more of an armpit like Philly. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. The double doubles are delicious. Man, you guys are making me hungry. In and Out Burger, so I guess it's good. It's better than Smash Burger. That's what I've heard of Smash Burger. No, LOL. They don't have it in New York City. I ate there in Vegas. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. But yeah, that's all I got with regards to Miss Ice Spice. I guess she'll know next time she goes to LA. She'll bring backup, but not that friend that didn't do shit with her. She let her like she didn't do nothing. Oakland is no man's land. Not even Angelenos would go there. That bad? Is that where Snoop Dogg's from? Where's Snoop Dogg from? Is he from Oakland? I'm not familiar with California at all. Better than all that In and Out. Okay. Karen Bass, she says she feels safe in our streets. Mhm. Damn, I just skipped some comments here. What he said? I'm gonna go so y'all can see. Oh, okay. Long Beach. Oh, he's from Long Beach. That's right. Okay, gotcha. You spent longer on Ice Spice than me. I'm getting a lot of engagement, Irby. But I had the videos because Blood Moon has said that the girl spoke about what happened. And I saw the last video I posted. That I think that's the one that I saw first online. So you could tell the girl was like she instigated it, and I thought it was New York for some reason. And then when I started seeing the other videos, they were saying that you know that the girl said that it was that she was the one being rude and stuff like that. And I don't see Ice Spice being even if Ice Spice was rude, the way she walked up to her, the way the girl walked up to her, it didn't look like she was being a friend and trying to be nice and wanted to talk to her. The girl walked up to her rudely. First, she walked up to the friend, and then she walked up to Ice Spice. I guess she walked up to the friend so she can get a look at Ice Spice and see what she says or how she was gonna move. That's what it was. And that's like a real masculine dude move. Like girls do that. Girls do not do that. I mean, as far as I know, Rob is right across the bridge from Oakland. That's right. You go to his channel, Tony. Right? You calling him my novio when if you've been watching his channel lately, you know that he's already in another relationship, Tony. He moved on already from the last one. The LBC. That's right, Ramon. I hear that song in my head now. He's from the LBC. In LA, you need to stay vigilant of weirdos, and there's weird plazas that you shouldn't go to. Yeah, see, even when I bring up the comments, they're slowly coming up. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if it's my internet. Nope. It looks like everything's fine, but it's going slow, so And you guys can hear me fine, so I guess that's good. I don't know if I bring anybody on the panel if I'm going to have the same issue. She was clout chasing. Yes, she was, Irby. She already did the interview with TMZ. Yeah, I played that. You saw it, right? Or you're saying, or you're responding to that because that's crazy. But then again, Ohead could be right because why is Ice Spice eating at McDonald's? You know, why is she eating at McDonald's? Lord goes to all the black channels you like more than he loves that Nigerian who pretends to be African. Oh, you talk about chaotic truth. He does. I never see Lord on there, and I jump in on the chat every now and again because his channel be popping. Uh, so Tony is Lord and not Moon Chaser. You sure? But yeah, okay. So Ice Spice and this chica. If your fast food restaurant here looks like it needs renovation, that means that not many people go inside for a reason. Oh, that's how bad it is. Wow, and they were cleaning up too. That's why she almost bust her ass. Both of them, because I guess that was really late and they were already mopping up the place. So I don't know who at Blood Moon Fighter. What's she talking about? Fighter's not African. Oh shit. I see him a lot in the chat with his fake name. Oh, what's his fake? Oh, you got to tell me what his fake name is. Blood Moon, because I be in chaotic truth thing. So, Irby said it's YouTube. It happened to me last night. Comments were showing up late. Oh, okay. Okay, Irby, because I thought you were behind. I was like, damn, Irby's behind in the comments. But even when I play the videos, Irby, it's popping up a little. Even when I play the videos, it's like a little lagging there. So YouTube is lagging. I wonder why. But then it's affecting me what you call it? Me listening to people on the panel too. I don't like that. Let's see what the fake name. In LA, all good places look somewhat new unless they are historical. Oh, okay. Chaotic truth. You know exactly who I'm referring to. Yeah, he be having some his chat be live too. I think I could have sworn I did see Lord in that chat by something that he said because people I guess they always revert to what I think Lord and somebody else I saw in that chat too. But I'm gonna keep that to myself. All right, so unless anybody has any more opinions regarding, I just think that's a dumb move on Ice Spice's part to go in the hood at McDonald's. And I'm sure somebody must have told her, or I would ask, like, you know, um, how's this place? Or even when you get going over there, like, I don't think I need to be here. So I don't get it. Oh, okay, let's see. Ramon, hopefully, I hope you can hear me, Ramon. Can you hear me?
Hey, chica. I can hear you, but you do kind of go in and out a little bit. So, can you hear me? Because I'm not using my usual setup right now.
After you said but, I didn't hear anything. Copy. I don't.
Hmm. Yeah.
You're not
Are,
doing
are we
panels tonight.
both?
You're doing my style streaming. Let me see something, Ramon. Don't go anywhere. Let me just try something.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What's happening? Hey. Can you guys hear me okay? I want to make sure that I don't have anything bad going on my end. Um, yeah, I could hear Juju, but she was kind of going in and out a little bit, so maybe she can figure it out, fix it up. Okay, all right, cool. Hey guys. Hey Denise. I don't see you much. I don't see you. I don't see you around here that much. What's happening? Okay. I had I had to do now a little bit because um I had to do a little something. Last thing I heard that you guys were talking about is the whole situation with Ice Spice. Um. Yeah, yeah. I've seen the video, and I agree that that girl. Ah. Oh, I see. Uh, and I've seen the video, and it does seem like that other girl was trying to cloud chase or whatever, trying to get some attention. Um, but yeah, yeah, she did seem aggressive. She did that whole thing about "you're in my town" shit. I mean, like, like that member talk.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Oh, you sound perfect. Thank God.
Yeah. No, I was checking on my end too because I'm not using my usual setup. I'm kind of moving. I'm at home, but I'm moving around doing a couple of things.
Uh huh.
Eh, so I'm using a headset. So hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, you hear
No,
me?
I hear you perfect. It wasn't you, it was me because when Rob was on the panel, everything was
Mm-hmm.
delayed. So I left the
Mm-hmm.
studio, messed with the settings. That's what I needed to do. What Rob was telling me to do, I did that too, but that didn't fix anything. So it wasn't him, it was me, and I wanted to really hear what he had to say because he's from there as well.
Mm-hmm.
How are
Mm-hmm.
you, Ramon?
Oh, uh, the where was I? You say?
I said, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. It's a little chilly tonight. I don't like it because I do have to head out in a little while. I have to go to the
Mm,
airport.
mm,
So it's kind of chilly tonight. I don't like it. It's been nice and warm the last few days, but
mm.
it goes back and forth like that. I mean, that's what
It's
kind of like.
April, so yeah.
Yeah, I know, I know. How about yourself? How you
Not
been
too bad.
doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I'm glad I got through this. This week a lot of interesting things have been happening, so it's a lot to talk about. Even though I don't listen to like Ice Spice, it was
Hmm.
just interesting to see her get beat up. Not so much beat up,
You don't
but
like it, do
get
you?
into an altercation, at a McDonald's because I was just thinking, why was she at McDonald's? Like, why didn't she do DoorDash? Why didn't she get her peoples to go get
Right,
her food? Like, who does
right.
that?
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. Somebody like her, she does have a little bit of a profile. She's not a complete unknown. I don't know how the state of her career is right now, but she is somebody who knows people. I mean, she is somewhat known, so she can't just be hanging around, going around and going to get some fast food like a teenager or something.
But
So
she's known. Like she might
yeah,
not be rich or a millionaire, like O has said, but she's known. I mean, I know who she is. I don't listen to hip hop anymore.
yeah,
I don't listen to rap music, so I know who she is. So she's been out there enough
yeah,
to know who she is. So yeah, people are gonna recognize her. She doesn't look like the regular, ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like people will recognize her color of her hair, her face.
yeah,
They
yeah.
will.
So somebody like her, she should have been with a couple of more people, somebody who will look after her at least, and they will be there for her. But yeah, yeah, it's kind of like what you were saying about that other girl that she seemed like um she got a kind of confrontational because I was looking at the movement, the kind of like the not so much the body language but the positioning, how she the other girl was getting all aggressive, leaning into her like she was about to hit
Right.
her. I mean, I could see it coming. I could see it coming,
She
but
wasn't
she was
acting like a fan.
no, she wasn't a fan. She wasn't a fan. She was trying to start some shit. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. And it's messed up that as a celebrity, because even though you're from the hood, because she's from the Bronx, I believe too, and everything, and maybe
uh-huh.
she's not like how we say you're not soft. If something pops off, you're gonna be there to you're gonna handle your business, right? But I'm sure she wasn't thinking. I'm thinking if it wasn't set up like O has said that she's not gonna get into a fight, especially with another woman. Like women don't
Mm-hmm.
move. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I can
Mm-hmm.
expect, I can expect, I can expect men to do that
Yeah.
depending on the environment where you're at. But women, so much like
Yeah.
or maybe these days the line has been drawn, and women act like men too, right?
Oh well, there is a thing. That is a thing. It's been happening that you see many many women acting like dudes, not necessarily because they're studs, but there are women that do act kind of like with this strong masculine energy shit. And the thing is that many of them, many of the women that wanna be studs, they don't become like masculine in a good way. When they become masculine, they get into masculine energy. It's only to be like a thug.
But
Because
they're not studs anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. Like when I'm
yeah.
talking about that masculine energy, I'm not even talking about studs. You would expect it from studs. I'm
Hmm.
talking about regular, women who are out there just acting like dudes. Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm sure the girl's boyfriend moves like that. Like if they go somewhere, he's ready to go get something started. But a woman, like, there's no need to do all that.
No,
Come
no.
on.
Yeah, no, there was no need. There was no need. Definitely not a fan. I think we can agree on that.
Right. So Blood Moon said when the girl got close to Ice, she kept her arm up to prevent the girl from hitting her. She was
Hmm.
expecting it. Yeah, like, and the way she was asking questions, you can hear it, the way the back and forth. So I guess she knew. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So she's from the hood, like she knew, like, okay, I can see that this is not gonna go right. Or just in
Hmm.
case it does, I'm gonna protect myself. So that's what she was doing. Exactly, Blood Moon.
Yeah.
New York women are aggressive. Women are aggressive. Irby, I don't play certain videos just so people don't attack me and say, why are you playing that? You're trying to spin a narrative. But women are very, very, very aggressive in stupid places. I had videos that I wanted to go over to that might go over next week about
Hmm.
how women deal with police officers.
Ah, oh boy.
I saw at least four, and I'm like,
Yeah, you can
you
find some arrest. You can find arrest videos of
a lot
certain
of them.
women. Yeah, I've seen a few. There are women that just don't know any. They just don't know any sense. They have never been told no. They have never been kind of like scolded for their own good growing up. I mean, they have been able to do whatever they want. And I'm not even talking about some hood types, but there are the very privileged. There are the privileged also. Those types that they think that they can do whatever they want. I remember one video that I saw. I think it was in Florida that this girl kept trying to run away from this officer, and then when the officer was finally able to get her to stop. She started talking about, do you know who my daddy is? Something like that, and uh, trying to pull connections or something. But because there are those two, there are the ones that are either very aggressive, trailer trash, high on fentanyl or whatever, or there
Mhm.
are the hood types that don't know when to shut up, and they run their mouth really loud, and they end up uh, getting themselves into more trouble because they think that they can check an officer out of a situation. Yeah.
And it's crazy. I don't know if that's across the country, but the
Mhm.
videos I've seen, or maybe those are the only ones that they're showing. The officers are super polite, especially
Yeah.
with the women. So I'm like, why the women are acting so aggressively? Because I match energy, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's not good. But if you come at me nasty, more than likely I'm gonna be nasty with you too, depending on the situation. Maybe if
Yeah.
it's not an officer, depending on what I know he pulled me over, because when you get pulled over by an officer, 99% of the time you know why you're getting pulled over.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like if I ran a stop sign and he's being a
Yeah.
dick, I'm like, okay, I know it's a stop sign. All he's gonna do is give me a ticket. Let me just, what I'm saying? I'm just do what he got a license. I'm just gonna go through the motions. Give me the
Yeah. Yeah.
ticket
It's
and I'm
kind of
out.
like, kind of like,
You
just keep
understand
your
what I'm
mouth
saying?
shut. The- yeah. Do
Yeah,
do what you
because
have
if
to
he's
do.
already being
Be quiet. Mhm.
If he's already being an ass, then you know that this you being an asshole with him is not going to work.
Oh
Considering
no,
that he's
no.
an officer,
No, no, because remember, it's gonna be your word against his, and let's say
correct,
that the officer is an asshole, but if you're being an asshole, then who has the who is in a position of authority there? They're the ones
correct,
that are gonna win. They're gonna have the upper hand, and the judge is always gonna is usually gonna agree with the officer first.
side with the officer, right? And I'm not
Mm.
saying, don't get me wrong, a lot of bad things have happened to people with bad cops here. I'm not denying that at all. But I'm
Yeah.
saying when it's like routine stuff like that, and even if they are being assholes, it's like, you know what? I know I'm gonna get a ticket. That's usually how this goes. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? As long as he's not trying to
Mhm.
yank me out of the car for the ticket, let me just go through it. If he's just being snippy with me, then let him be snippy. I don't know how his day is going, so just give me the fucking ticket so I can get, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I
yeah.
can get out of here, you know? But okay, let me go over here because Blood Moon said, "You're from the Bronx, but many women are like that. New York City, period, Blood Moon, because you can go to the Heights and find girls like that. You can go to Brooklyn and find girls like that. You can go to Queens and find girls like that. I hate when people just throw it to the Bronx because the Bronx is always shed light on as so ghetto when all of New
Yeah,
York City
the Bronx, the Bronx is getting the Bronx is getting a bad
it's been
reputation.
bad like that for the past 20 years. The ghetto-ness has gotten worse. They have built new buildings and things like that, but the environment, the people, it's
Uh-huh.
getting worse. Even from when I was growing up. That's why I was like, come on now. That's why I was saying that me being a girl, right? Going to different places, I wouldn't have to wait. I wouldn't have to expect another woman to jump on me and try to start with me. That's something that guys did. Like if I would
Hmm.
invite a guy to come see me where I lived at, depending on where he lived at, he was like, I'm not coming by myself. That was the
Hmm.
thing when I
Hmm.
was growing up. Because men
Hmm.
always went at men. That happened to a guy I used to talk to. He came to see me, and another dude that lived in my building was like, "Yo, who's that? Why you acting like he was?" The guy was acting like I was seeing him, Ramon. And I'm
Oh,
like, "Yo, you make the guy that came to see me think that I'm cheating on him with you, and you just being an asshole. Like men just
oh,
trying to start some shit. I don't know if you
yeah,
understand
yeah.
that. Like
No, yeah, no, I
so
get it. That other
from
dude
yeah, and
was
this is
trying
what
to
that happened to
was
me.
trying to test your dude,
Yo, that
so
was
trying to
the
start
guy
shit.
never let me forget it.
Hmm.
So men do
You
that
cut
to
out.
each
You
other,
cut out for a moment.
but
You cut
women
out for
don't
a
do
moment.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed that. Am I better now?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a delay because you took a minute to tell me.
Latin split. Morena from the block.
Okay,
More,
hold on. Let me go through these comments now. But I have a little bit of a delay, Ramon.
right. All right.
Okay. That's Lord Denise. That's what I was gonna say, Blood Moon. That is Lord because he said he was saying about Denise that that fighter be talking about her. I was like, that sounds like Lord. That's why I left that comment up there. Uh, all women are crazy. In the right environment, Tony, yes, we can be. Just being honest. Oh, Blood Moon, get it. Uh, I don't. You act crazy. I'm calling the cops, except for it involves my child. In that case, anyone from 383 gets these hands. Hells yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm at the stage now, Denise, and I've been like that since I had my son because it's just like I don't want to get myself into a situation because it's
Hmm.
just not worth it, especially when you're a parent, right? I meant New York City. You're from the Bronx specifically. The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and Florida. Yes, I've heard that, Tony. No, they're not from the block. Yes. Okay, so I'm caught up. So yeah, I got a little bit of a delay. I feel like going out and coming back in, Ramon. I hate this. I hate this.
So
Yeah,
you.
I
Uh-huh.
get a little. Okay, you hear me now, so it's not delayed anymore.
I can hear you. I can hear
Yeah, yeah. That means yeah, you're responding right away. So okay, I'm not delayed anymore.
you. Hmm.
Um, so yeah, women I can see they are just too aggressive. I was gonna play that, but maybe I'll do that for the next stream. I'm gonna move on to something else now since I've been on more than an hour. I thought I was gonna be at the hour mark now, but I'm gonna move on to the next topic. The last topic I'm gonna cover, hopefully you'll still be here since you said you had to go to the airport, was the video you sent me, Ramon. Um,
Of the ladies that were being
in
asked about
Cuba.
the invasion in Cuba.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm. But I wanted to cover this one because this is the hot topic from this week that I'm sure
Hmm.
you're familiar with regards to Ashley Janae, the young lady that got that supposedly deleted herself in Zanzibar, Tanzania.
I heard something about that. No, no. The dude that she was with didn't say anything until like a couple of weeks later on. So what was he doing with a dead body there? Like,
Well, supposedly they got into an argument. They
uh
put him
huh.
in two different rooms, and later on that night, the hotel staff found her this deleted.
Hmm.
That supposedly it was self deletion. Supposedly, I don't believe that, but when they showed the guy, and I guess that's what do they call that when you I can't I hate when I'm on the stream and I can't think of the words that I want to say, but I
When
saw him. Here we go. I still remember crazy New York chicks that trashed a wings place over. So, oh yeah, yeah, Denise, that was a few years ago. Okay, you're right. Well, Denise, that happens everywhere. To be honest with you, because I got a couple of videos on those, and none of them are in New York. But like the girls that try to beat up those Mexicans in that Wendy's. Was it Wendy's? I don't know what went down there, but whatever. So, Rabo, um, I saw the guy with tattoos.
hmm.
He had all these tattoos, and then just to look in his eyes, I don't know how she. I don't know. Perception is everything to me, right? But he gave me the creeps. Just I wouldn't be interested in him. Not that he
Mm.
wasn't a good looking man. It's just like from what I just saw, it just threw me off. Like,
Yeah, maybe among those all of those tattoos, he may have
no,
had.
I like tattoos. I don't mind a man with tattoos, but something about the kind of tattoos he had, and then the look that he had on his
Yeah,
face, like.
they have like a Norse cross or something like that, or
I
some
think
iron
so. I
crosses.
think so. There's
Yeah,
something I saw that I was just like, I don't
either
think I want it.
either like a Norse cross or an iron cross. That's white supremacist shit.
He gave me some kind of vibe like that, so I didn't trust it. I don't know. I didn't trust it. Right?
Well, she was kind of like she was. Some people were talking about that she was doing the swerve because he was a white
Well,
dude.
yeah,
She was
she's
black.
definitely a divester. Definitely
Yeah.
talk down on black men. And what's sad is because I want to read an article is how
Hmm.
they're really making her seem like she deserved it almost for
You know what?
swirling. When black men
Uh,
swirl, and why you got to say that they deserve a negative outcome?
well, maybe you know what? I can only tell you what I have observed. And
Hmm.
what something that I have observed is that sometimes there is a black dude that is with a white woman, and the black guy ends up losing his life, and because he was um, divesting or swirling, whatever it is that they call it, then there is gonna be a faction of black women that are gonna celebrate that. Like he got what he deserved. That's what he gets for being a traitor. That's what he did for being chasing after the snow bunnies. That's something that happened. Remember what happened with Kevin Samuels? All the black
Yes,
women that
yes, yes.
remember what happened with Kevin Samuels? All the black women that were celebrating that. It's
And I
that
didn't
kind of
like
a
him.
thing.
I didn't like Kevin Samuels at all, Ramon. But I wouldn't say the things that I heard people say
Oh,
about him.
so they celebrated. They celebrated the hell out of
I
it.
would not. That is awful. There's not.
Yeah,
There's
those
nothing.
and that's messed up. And the thing is that with this girl, this girl that lost her life because black men did not speak up on her behalf, then there were black women that were mad at black men because of that. And but the thing is that okay, she made her choice as to who she wanted to go out with because black men can't say, oh, she should have been with a brother. because there is gonna be a black woman that is gonna say like, no, you don't own us, and we're upgrading, we're going out with white men because we're upgrading. There are black women that talk like that. Yeah, I'm just telling you what
I
I have
think they're getting
observed.
very disrespectful. I think they're getting very disrespectful online on both. I'm gonna say both sides, Ramon. I'm not even gonna say one's worse than the other because they both
Uh huh.
are very nasty towards each other. Both sides
Hmm.
are very nasty towards it. Because what I'm hearing now, and I'm gonna read an article, Ramon. It's
Hmm.
horrible. It's horrible
Yeah.
because no matter how I feel, if I don't like, I don't like the fact that he's with a white woman or whatever. Okay, then I just don't like it. But I don't wish him dead. I don't wish him broke. I don't wish nothing to happen to his kids, or to even the
Yeah.
person that he's with. Like, you could not like something and not be so malicious about it. That's what I don't
Yeah.
like. That the maliciousness is the sad part. And we see a lot of that on social media, and it's probably because you have anonymity on social media. Nobody sees you
Hmm.
doing it because if they saw you face to face, you'd be in trouble with your job. People, post your face everywhere. Maybe people won't be
Yeah.
so compelled to do that. The only person I know who does that is Cynthia G, but at least she puts herself out there. But she's one person. Blood Moon says she was obsessed with mixed babies and thought the white man was better than her own. So people think she got what was expected.
No, that's what
So,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because I'm sure that she was getting a lot of support from black women, a lot of support, and that's something that, okay, black men couldn't do anything about it, and they were going on and on, cheering, high-fiving each other as to the girl upgrading, quote unquote upgrading, because she was with a white man and she loses her life. But and then all of a sudden black women were expecting black men to speak on her behalf, to
well, I
kind
wouldn't
of
have
like,
expected that. I wouldn't have
uh-huh,
expected that, but the negativity was horrible. It was awful.
yeah.
But I wouldn't expect that. Like, no, you said you talk down on black men, so I wouldn't expect them to jump in line to speak on your
And I'm
behalf.
sure,
But also think that they would say anything. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm sure that there may have been some guys that kind of like tried to make it seem like she got what she deserved. Oh, that's what she gets for divesting. And so I'm sure that somebody said something like that. I'm
Well, I'm
sure.
going to read an
Yeah.
article first before I play the video, if you have a few moments,
Yes.
so I can read this because it's just sad to hear, Ramon. Like,
Yeah.
even my ex, like, even though we broke up, whatever, I don't wish nothing bad for him, whoever he's with, whatever. Like, we don't do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Even people I don't know, like, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so it says here, Ashley Janae is dead, and the internet said that's what you get for dating a white man.
Exactly.
Ashley,
Didn't I just say that? I didn't read the article. Didn't I
no, no,
say
no,
so
no, no,
too?
no, because it's being
Yeah.
said everywhere. No, you're absolutely right. So it
Yeah.
says Ashley Robinson, a 31-year-old influencer who went by Ashley Janae, died while on vacation in Zanzibar, Tanzania. The details are still coming into focus, but here's what we know so far. Ashley Robinson, a 31-year-old influencer who went by the name Ashley Janae, died while on vacation in Zanzibar, Tanzania. She had been traveling with her fiance, Joe McCann, and in the days leading up to her death, her social media showed what looked like a celebration, a birthday, an engagement, a trip, and at least publicly appeared joyful. Then something shifted. Reports indicate that the couple had a serious argument, were placed in separate rooms by the hotel staff, and hours later she was found unresponsive in her room. Authorities have suggested the death may have been a suicide, but her fiance is being questioned, his passport's being held, and her family is pushing back hard against the idea that she would take her own life. Let me see.
Uh,
Okay, so I have a little bit more. Within hours, the story stopped being about a woman who died under unclear and troubling circumstances. It became something else entirely, a
yeah.
referendum on interracial dating, black
Hmm.
women and loyalty, anti-blackness, and on who deserves sympathy and who does not. There's an
Yeah.
unspoken calculus happening online right now. There's penalty for loving outside of the race, and worse. And if the worst happens, you get treated like a consequence instead of a tragedy. If you spent any time online since the news broke, you've seen the shift. Old photos resurfaced, screenshots, some verified, many not. began circulating, people started making claims about her dating history, her alleged preferences, and her supposed statements about black men. And just like that, Ashley James was no longer a person at the center of an ongoing investigation, she became a symbol, a lesson, and a warning. For some, the narrative hardened quickly into this is what happens when black women choose whiteness and speak negatively about black men. For those, the response was immediate defense. How dare you bring up her past, real or imagined, when she just died? Both reactions are understandable, but neither is sufficient because what we are witnessing is not just discourse, but a whole lot of projection. Let's be clear about something first. This is a real and troubling dynamic that many black people recognize, which is the phenomenon of some black folks who enter interracial relationships and then
Hmm.
perform anti blackness as a kind of social currency up or upgrade. We've all seen it. The jokes, the tweets, the dismissiveness, the casual or not so casual denigration of black partners in favor of proximity to whiteness. That
Hmm.
dynamic is not imaginary and it's most certainly deserves critique. But critique is not the same as retroactive condemnation. And it's certainly not the same as using a black woman's death, especially one that's still under investigation, as proof of a cultural argument we were already eager to make. Nobody deserves to die because of who they dated. Nobody's death should be repurposed into morality play about what you get. And yet, that's exactly what's happening. What make oh my god, this is so much. Okay, I'm not gonna read no more.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was a little bit shorter. I'm sorry.
No,
That's a
I'm
lot.
sure. I'm sure that the writer has a lot to say, so it's okay.
Yeah, there was more. There was more. So, what do you think
All
about
right.
what I just read so far?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not surprising. It's just what we were talking about. I mean, it doesn't. It 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 stops being about a tragedy, and it becomes kind of like a judgment of what somebody should have done or shouldn't have done, and it becomes about somebody's preferences, or it becomes like a cautionary tale for some people. Um, it's it's unfortunate. I mean, a lot of that has to do with what their values are. And these are grown adults. Nobody can tell them what to do. But there are certain
And it
risks
goes
that
both
you do.
ways.
It goes both ways. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's not just one sided. It goes both ways. So Denise said, "I
Mm-hmm.
hate when women go through shit and the public chooses to make it about race of said
Mm-hmm.
woman." Yep,
Well,
that was a tragedy. Period.
this country is very race obsessed. Now, if there is something that I
Sure.
learned when I started living in the United States, in the mainland, one of the I learned three things that this country is obsessed with three things: it's money, war, and race. That's something that I learned
Yes.
early on when I started living in the states. And race is what this is about because people are obsessed with race.
Right. Now,
Hmm.
because had the guy been black, we probably wouldn't even have heard about it, right?
Um, the big thing, we will have
Yeah,
heard.
had the scenario if had everything happened the way it did from the guy she
Uh-huh,
met to going to Zanzibar to getting engaged and then
yeah.
her find supposedly deleting herself, had the guy been black, we wouldn't have heard about it probably.
Well, maybe not as much. Maybe not
Black
as
on
much.
black crime. I'm trying to say black on black crime. We wouldn't have heard about it.
Somebody would have gotten dismissive with that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Irby,
So now
Irby is saying in the artist race obsessed. I was just there. Not one time we ever talked about race. People have
people
a
like to
thing.
assume that,
Yeah,
Ramon, I'm gonna get to
people.
you. They want to assume that,
Uh-huh.
but I think when Dominicans got here is when it became race obsessed. I think that's what happened. But
It
let
might
me go
have
through the
to do. Yeah, it might have to
uh-huh.
do with the race obsession in the United States that I just mentioned. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
maybe they don't talk, but they don't think about it as much over there. And because I was just there, and there are a lot of people that have different shades of brown, and
Mhm.
with woolly hair, and nobody really talks about it. Of course, of course, of course. From my
Right.
experience, when it comes to the women, Women really only feel pretty when they get their hair relaxed. But yeah,
Well, we
when
want to
the
feel our hair blowing in the wind. What's wrong with that? I mean, we're not wearing weaves to death, but let me get
Mhm.
through the comments. I'm gonna get to Irby's comment, but I just want to start from here just so I can address each comment before I get to where Irby went, because Irby always feels a need to say what he just said. But anyway, so now
Uh,
this case turns into a gender war between black men and women, which is they're trying to resuscitate it. Have you noticed that? They're trying to bring the gender wars back to life because they kind of died out when Kevin Samuels passed away.
yeah, yeah. There is always somebody trying to bring that mess back and revive the civil war between the genders.
Yeah, and it's
And that it was there. That doesn't solve anything. That doesn't solve
it doesn't.
anything.
It doesn't. So Denise
Yeah.
says she was probably trying to leave, and as typically many men do, he took her life. Tragic. There's something behind why all of that happened, and I'm gonna speak on some other stuff before I play the video. It's going slow again. Don't bring your relationship online. Facts. He took out life insurance policy under her name. I did hear that, and he was a benefactor, and he did that before the trip. Right, Blood Moon. But you know, sometimes they say when you commit suicide, you don't get the policy. That's usually one of the clauses in there. But I'm wondering if the fact that she was overseas has something to do with a way that he can get his hands on that policy, because he lost a lot of money on his crypto business. He planned it.
Mm.
The women always blame the black men when the white men end them. So now it's their turn. Oh gosh. That rhetoric of chose whiteness is so BS. It's parts from the premise that said a person would have 100% guarantee of safety dating a black man, and that's not a fact. And O has said, black men, bingo, that explains it. Okay. And then Irby said, do you think black men should care? I don't think so, Irby. But they shouldn't be talking negatively about her either. 100%. Right, introvert. Blood said black people are obsessed with race. I don't ever hear white people talking about it all over social media.
Maybe not on
DR,
social media. Maybe not on social media, Blood Moon, but they talk about race among themselves about other peoples.
yeah.
Oh, they
Irby,
have those conversations. They might be a little quieter when it comes to social media, but they're very obsessed with it
because
too.
it's seen as it's seen as, because I noticed that when I moved here, it's seen as low class. Not that they're
Mhm,
not racist, not that they don't talk about it, but talking about it publicly is seen as low class. I don't know if that makes sense. Like you
mm,
don't have no class when you're like, okay, we'll talk about it. But you know, there's a place, there's a time and a place for everything, and like you don't just talk about that casually. I guess that's how
mhm,
I understood it. That's
mhm.
how I understood it. Yeah, Irby only knows his little corner. Okay, look at Dominican gaslighting. Irby, not really. That's an online thing in DR. You don't hear about race, you hear about Haitians. Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. More than anyone's race.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
gender
You hear
wars aside.
more. You hear more about the differences and the issues with the Haitians, and not even about race when it comes to the Haitians. They don't really talk about that so much, contrary to what many people will
Popular belief,
believe
right?
in the states. In the states, they think, oh, Dominicans hate Haitians just because they're black. That's
Because
what a
they
lot of
make their
people.
own narrative. They make their own narrative and they tell you
Uh-huh.
who you
But
are.
that's what the FBAs say, that the FBAs go on and on and on and on, saying that as if they actually know. They don't know the history. They don't know what happened after 1804 on the island. They don't know. They don't know about the skirmishes. They don't know about the times that the Haitians did
It's the
try to
history
invade
there, right? And it's that
the
country's
Dominican
history.
side, and they had to fight them off.
It's
The
like
FBA don't know about that. Mhm,
it's like the small hats and the Muslims. It's the same, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a rivalry that's gone
yeah.
on forever, right? I'm just trying to give a comparison to it that
Mhm.
that that maybe you can think of. Remember they got colorism, they like gaslight about
Okay,
the
but
color.
doing the colorism doesn't necessarily mean race offset. Colorism is like a byproduct of colonialism, which is something that happened all over the Americas. So in
You
the
know what it
United States,
is?
happened a
You
lot
know
of
what it
places.
is? It's and I call that the trauma bonding part of it. People don't like that word because you want to
Yeah.
compare it to your trauma. Like or the trauma that you have perceived or heard about wherever you're at. They want to make it the same thing because they talk about perceived colorism in DR. But if you're here, the Blue Vein Society existed for something. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Most of
mhm.
the people that were put in positions of power were light-skinned people that could pass. Like, so there is colorism here. The one
Mhm.
drop rule was real here. So it's like colonialism happened everywhere. And to shed a flashlight or a light bulb on one group of people is like, come on, dude. Like before, when
Mhm.
they say when you're pointing at somebody, you got four fingers pointing back at you. You're talking about
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. No, and there are the types that love to bring up the Parsley massacre. They go on and on. They won't shut up about the Parsley massacre, trying to make it seem that it was about race. The Parsley massacre, it wasn't even about race like that. There is a reason why it was the Parsley massacre, because the filter that was used to distinguish who was Dominican and who was Haitian was not about skin
Color was
tone.
the
It,
accent. It was the
it was
accent.
it was about accent, because as we know, there are many Dominicans that are dark skinned too. So how do
Mhm.
you tell who's who if you can't
Yeah, they
you
wouldn't. They
can't
wouldn't have gave them that word to say if it was about color,
uh-huh. It
right?
was it was more about nationality, identity. It wasn't so much about race,
It's
because
the
there are
accent,
Dominicans
right?
that are dark skinned.
But it's the
Trujillo,
accent that they couldn't.
yeah,
They couldn't say that word, and that's how they were able to distinguish who was who.
yeah, because the perejil, they couldn't pronounce perejil. Haitians can't really pronounce
But
that word.
he, jengibre, I don't know what it has to do with that with the R supposedly. Hey, Irby, let me just get through the comments before you start talking. Okay, Irby, hold on a second. So Denise said whites do talk about race a lot. They even form a grid of racial clubs in the middle of no exactly, but they don't go on social media to do about it. So they could talk, so they could not only talk about it but plot against other races. Oh no,
Hmm,
Denise,
hmm.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well,
So,
let them plot. I prefer that than listening to black people why they complain about being more black.
uh,
Denise said, American retardation about race doesn't skip a single beat. And then Irby said, don't worry, I'll be doing a topic on this. Wait to get a laptop. Okay. I'll be there, Irby. And it says colorism is the same retardation, just reheated to fragmented melanated people into a never-ending fight so they can stay poor and dumb. Basically. Right, Denise. Ohed said Latin, correct. Racism, Satanism. Thank you, Ohed. All right, Irby. How are you, Irby?
Good afternoon. Good evening.
evening,
Thank you for
RB.
stopping. Thank you for stopping by.
Am I invited to this? This is, the Dominican.
Of course, I'm not going to stay on it too long because unfortunately,
Okay.
Irby, coming from an African American, I already know where it's going to go because and don't get upset, but they always feel the need to have to put their input on that and shed light on what they think is what,
No,
you
not
know?
really, because the colorism in certain Latin countries' history, like the DR and Brazil, y'all worse, sir. You like to talk about the
Yes,
blue
sir.
vein.
What's worse about? How do you know what's
You like
worse?
to
Have you
talk
been to
about the
Brazil?
blue vein
Have
society.
you
That
been
didn't
to Have you been to
the
Brazil?
the
Wait, wait,
been
wait,
the,
wait, Irby. Wait, Irby. Have you been to Brazil?
what you mean?
Have you been to Brazil?
Oh, no,
Have you been to DR?
no,
Have you been to Colombia?
no. But I've seen
Have you
documentaries
been to
on that.
Cuba? Have you been to Cuba? Because their racism is known there too.
Yeah, I know racism is known in
You know
Cuba.
about it, right? But you haven't been to
Yeah,
Cuba, right? Okay,
no,
but you've lived around Cubans that display racism, correct?
yeah,
Okay, so that part, and the reason why I'm throwing that up on there like that, because a lot of people, since we have social media and we have so much information out there, they're very well read, especially your generation, right?
yeah.
So well read that you can tell people what's going on in their country
No, I
with
never
this
thought
matter
that.
of factness,
I never thought like that.
like what you read and what you feel is true. And when sometimes people say, "No, Irby is not like that," or it's not even Ramon just came back from DR and
No, but you gotta
he's
understand. Some
telling you what
people,
he experienced in DR. So how can you say how can you
yeah,
tell
but
if his
some
experience
people,
is not true?
some people like to gaslight. Don't act like people don't like to gaslight.
Well, black people do it too. Like it sounds
Everybody,
like you're gaslighting now too, because you're like, you guys had it worse. Or that's the trauma Olympics I'm talking about.
Let's say it was worse. Let's say it was worse. So what? What's the difference? Well, we don't deny it. Because we're talking about this
but
young
look,
lady
TT,
who got
TT, look,
deleted and how the
T,
internet and its
TT, we don't
people
deny,
of
we don't
your
deny it. We speak,
ethnicity,
we don't deny it. We speak on the issue.
right? But when I'm speaking on it on a article I'm reading about what's going on, you felt compelled to bring up Dominicans. Why?
No,
oh, I know why. No, wait. I know why. I already know why. Because Blood Moon was what Blood Moon was saying.
Yeah,
Is that why?
Okay.
Okay. I get it. So you were defending yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. So the African American FBAs are proud of Irby for defending themselves against Blood Moon.
No, somebody made a slight remark on the comments that they're talking about black people are obsessed. But I'm like, and I had to hold. I'm like, we're the only ones obsessed with it.
With being with you know what? I'm not gonna go that route because that's a topic I can get into, but I choose not to because I keep that to myself. Okay. So good evening, Uncommon Sense with Jose Garamon. Good evening, Jose. Okay, let me go to Blood Moon. Ours is not worse since we love our history and colonization of our lands. You guys are traumatized. Okay.
All right. See the gaslighting?
Blacks here tend
So
to
why you don't
experience.
think, why don't tell Blood Moon what does she know about Black American histories, about African American history?
We're in America though, because we're seeing it in real time. We're in America though, Irby. Even you know how I learned about the racism.
Hold on.
No. Let me finish because we're living here, and I'm going to tell you something else. You know how I learned about that'll correlate with what I'm trying to tell you. You know how I learned about the racism in Cuba, like how bad it was, because I kind of heard about it like secondhand, but I didn't know that existed. One, because I don't live in Miami, and two, I never went to Cuba, and three, my family never really spoke about it because they didn't hold on to that. Not that it didn't exist, because when I think about it, I was like, yeah, I did hear some comments here and there, but nothing, they didn't dwell on it too much. Or they didn't speak on it too much. I don't know if that makes sense to you. So since I'm not from Cuba, I couldn't speak on the racism in Cuba. I can only speak on it secondhand. I can only speak on it what they say about how they are in Miami and stuff like that. Because the Cubans I grew up with up north, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So when you say why we speak on African Americans here, is because we're living here. We're seeing it in real time. That's why I asked you, did you go to Colombia? Did you go to Brazil? Did you go to DR? Because if you went to those places, then you can say, you know what?
Even some Black Americans don't even know about their history. Don't really know too much about their Black history.
That is true as well. That's true as well.
Yeah.
That's true. But that's why, and haven't you noticed though, Irby, that Dominicans, when they speak on Black Americans, they're speaking it in a defensive tone? Like, isn't it in a defensive tone? It's not so much.
Huh?
Don't you notice that they speak on it they're on the defense, they're not on the offense when they speak about stuff where they're coming back at whatever is being said to them. Do you notice that?
Well, a lot of people be on a defensive tone. You be on the defensive tone if somebody was talking. Y'all be talking ill. If somebody was talking,
they'd be like, "We know black. Is this? We know black, right?" I would be on the defensive all the time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and who started that? We know black, and who kept adding fuel to the fire?
No, that was Godfrey. Godfrey was the one
right.
that
started it. Godfrey started it, but who keeps adding? Because if I go anywhere on social media and say I'm Dominican, what's the first thing that's going to come out of somebody's mouth that's not Dominican?
You know the internet.
Black. You know the internet. Well, that's what it is. Look what Blood Moon said it to you on the internet, and you're responding back to her on the internet. That's why it sounds silly sometimes. But like I said, that they're on the defensive. No lie, they're on the defensive because it's always like, I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there, but they're always on the defensive because like I said, that's a whole long conversation I can get into.
Everybody be on the defensive.
No,
and that means that everybody talks about each other equally, right? Irby. So it's not a passive aggressive thing. It's not a
okay. Just like you said, everybody's trauma bonding, like you said.
No, it becomes a form of trauma bond when you say, "Well, that one was just as bad as mine," or "You did it just like we did too." Like, who cares? Like, it's not a competition.
Yeah, you get caught up in that, but when you're on the defensive mode.
Mm-hmm. Blood Moon is a troublemaker. Yep, she's always been like that. Morena, tell him that I have lived in this country longer than he's been alive. She sure has. I know American history.
We're
What's
forced to
going
know
on?
it, Irby. It's like that's what we learn as American history. And sadly enough, and I say this earnestly, that when they talk about African Americans, even in school, they don't focus on too much of the positive. The Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
No.
Harriet Tubman, and then everything else is like, and every other year there's a fucking slave movie being played. So they keep the same narrative. Like I said, I could talk about this all day, Irby. Like it's not cool. So it's not cool. Okay, so Denise said traveling is essential to understand that the world don't give a fuck about Americans' retarded views on race. Only gringos value their race so much. Yeah, because you know what, Denise? I heard this Russian chick on a video say, I'm not white. She said, white is here in the United States. She said, I'm Russian. I'm not white. And that was a white person saying that, Irby. Most
Because they don't see themselves as just a color. That's
right.
a North America. That's a U.S. thing.
Yeah, because Europeans fight each other all the time, right?
Historically,
fight each other.
the English with the French and with the Scottish and the Irish, they're all killing each other. And then with the Germanic peoples and the Romans, they're all fighting each other over centuries, killing each other. So that stopped. They were able to kind of like set the differences aside and kind of like rally together on the concept of being white, which is a relatively new thing here in the States.
Yeah. And that was using in colonization to colonize the people of color that were here, which is the Indians and the blacks that
Can
they
I ask you a
enslaved.
question?
Yeah, of course.
Well, how would your parents tell you about the racial history in Cuba when there wasn't?
It's not that they wouldn't tell me about it. Is that's not like something they dwell on. Like it's not.
I mean, they're here.
Yeah,
no, but
why
it's
would
not the same thing. It's not the
it's
same
not
thing. The Cubans in Cuba and the Cubans in Miami. I mean, those are two different mentalities. So
yeah, because
I'm
the
sure.
Cubans in Miami are more Spaniards. I don't know if you understand that.
Yeah, they're kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like they see
Yeah,
themselves
they
as
are.
being more upscale, more superior. So they might care more
That's how it
more
was in
about the
Cuba.
whole racial thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I don't know what I didn't hear it like that. My mother came here young. My grandmother, she mentioned certain like instances and stuff, but not. And my grandmother's mulatto, so her experience was even different anyway. So it's like,
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
what I'm trying to bring up. How about your father? What do you think of? He never brought up anything about the
My
DR.
father's Dominican. My father, no, no, no.
Was he a dark
We didn't
Dominican?
talk. We didn't. I don't. Yeah, we didn't talk. We didn't talk about it like that. I don't know. I mean, I guess you don't understand because that's not how it is here. That's just not something like, oh, remember when our ancestors were slaves and this happened and that happened. Like,
Maybe
we
because
don't
y'all
have
like
slave movies.
y'all kind of like y'all like the majority over there. The majority of DR is mixed.
Mixed, yeah. Multi-generational mix.
Maybe that plays a part.
I think so.
And the fact that your mom came here early, like 14, 15, she spent most of
came before. She must have been like 10 or 11 when she got here.
So she spent mostly her whole life in the United States.
Yes.
So that's not, so basically she has no experience basically really over there, other than the fact she was 10 years old.
Yeah, correct.
So
but
it is
still
different.
She's still Cuban. Just like the ones in Miami. But don't you hear the ones in Miami talk like they're my age and my mother's age? Like they lived in Cuba. They talk about Cuba like they live there.
Oh yeah, the first gen.
So it's the same thing. It's
Marco,
that's our nationality, Irby. That's what you don't. That's our nationality. So even a Dominican who was born here and never been to Dominican Republic is still Dominican and will speak like a Dominican, if that makes sense. They're still very much Dominican. They're still very much Cuban. They're still very much Puerto Ricans who never visited the island here. New Yorkers, they're still very Puerto Rican. That's the immigrant experience that I think sometimes, not all the time, I think that's the immigrant experience that African Americans miss out on.
Blood Moon thinks she knows about Black Americans more than anybody else.
And that happens with Chinese Americans, Japanese Americans, Indian Americans,
Muslim Americans,
you know how
Samoans who are born here, but they're from
you know
Samoa.
how I
They're
can
still
tell
Samoan.
somebody gaslights about Black American history, some who think they know everything. When somebody try to tell me in Fighter's chat that Debbie Allen and Felicia Rashad are multiracial.
They're not multiracial. They're not fully Black.
I mean, obviously, yes, they're mixed with something, but you know.
I think they're the more the Creole thingy. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm lost.
yeah.
I'm lost in the sauce now. But I don't even want to go that route either, because even with the Creole thing, like they were separated until Jim Crow, and then they one drop ruled them, and now everybody's Creole, and you know.
No,
so
I don't like
that's what I'm
somebody.
saying. We can talk about this.
I was just responding to somebody in the comment that was gaslighting and being
Okay, so you got to remember that Blood Moon is a troll. Didn't Fighter tell you that Blood Moon is a troll? Blood Moon likes to
don't take her seriously. Don't take her seriously. She does that sort of all the time.
Right? Whether you think
She
she's
talks
telling the
shit.
truth, she's gonna trigger you, and she likes the fact that it pisses you. If she's pissing you off, she's doing her job.
All right.
That's a,
Yeah,
so,
she gets a kick out of it. Don't take her seriously.
that's what it is. I mean, that's what it is. So
yeah.
I'm not saying it's right, Herbie, and I'm not saying you're not entitled to your feelings at all. I'm not. You want to go back and forth, that's
but
fine.
I have no issue. I love all Dominican people.
Okay. And I know a lot of Black people not love all of y'all, and I even had a kid. So there you go.
Y'all Black too, though. But
I'm not African American, though. You gotta stop doing that. Black is for African American. Me, no Black.
But you still haven't told me which side you claim more, the Dominican side or the Cuban side.
But why do I have to claim a? Why can I claim my nationality? Why I gotta claim a side? Whose side am I picking? I don't got it. That's the problem here, and I'm. This is real talk now for me. That's the problem here. You guys want us to pick a side and throw our ethnicity and nationality in the garbage.
Fat Joe does it already.
And I've experienced that firsthand. I'm gonna tell you, I've experienced that firsthand.
Fat Joe already does that. Angie Martinez already. John Leguizamo already does that.
I have experienced, and I don't look like none of them. And I don't look like none of them. I don't look like none of those people you mentioned. And they still want you to do the same shit. I'm proud of where my family comes from and where my ancestors come from. I'm proud of that. And I'm not throwing it away for anybody to make them feel any sort of way. I am who I am.
Jose say you cannot control what other people say and control your response. Oh, yeah, Jose.
Jose always says that, and that's so true. But it's easier said than done, right, Irby?
Yeah, you know, I just got triggered in the comments, in the chat.
And that's okay. I mean, that's what happens on these streams, right, Irby? Right?
Yeah.
On my stream ain't you. Blood Moon ain't the only person that triggers you on YouTube, right?
No, she's not the only one.
No. You know, so, and you know that these conversations are all over YouTube. I mean, if I wanted to focus and make this just a race only type channel, I'd be popping. I have like 200 or 300 people here.
Don't forget gender too.
Yeah, but the gender stuff gets more vicious than the race stuff.
Yep.
That's why I read that article. That's why I want to talk about what happened. Huh?
Somebody brought up in my channel, say I should clout chase and do the gender thing more, or manufactured some beef type of stuff. I'm like, no, I don't. Y'all got enough channels for that. I ain't trying to put. I'm not trying to make my channel a race channel.
Because you enjoy being on YouTube, right? I enjoy being on YouTube. I don't want to focus on race. Like, unfortunately, I say fortunately, sometimes it's more focused on African Americans because again, I'm here and that's what's in the news, and those are the people that I'm around. But it's not to be malicious, it's not to be negative, but this is just something I wanted to talk about. So, and I don't like the fact that the men and women are going back and forth with each other like that so viciously, Irby. And I think that's what people miss. Like, that's in your own group you're doing that. You know? This young lady passed away. Whatever she felt about Black men, fine. But did she pick up an arm and try to take one out? Nope. Did she get pregnant by one and said, I want to get rid of the kid? No. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do people have to go to such extremes? But that's what I wanted to discuss. This is the discourse I wanted to have. You know? Irby?
Yep.
I'm here.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
I'm sorry. Was I cutting you off too much? Maybe that's why you got quiet. Was I cutting you off too much? And if I did, I apologize. I apologize if I did because I
No,
like
you know,
I
I
like when
just
you say what you got to say, huh?
no, I know. I just feel the Bronx energy. I'm just saying. I'm just calm.
Oh, you said I'm being aggressive.
Oh.
I guess
No.
so. I guess because that part, yeah, because yeah, it's like you know what it is, Irby. I feel like people are trying to make you have to think a certain way or feel a certain way. Especially if you saw my face, you would want me to jump on your side and coincide with everything. I don't have to
What you
just
mean?
because you think you
What you
me and
mean?
you.
What you mean?
When people think they see me and them, that doesn't. I'm still an individual. I'm still somebody who's not from here.
You're not from here?
No, I'm not. I was born here, but I wasn't raised in an African American household. We don't eat
Oh,
the same foods. We don't speak the same language. We don't have the same culture, right?
no.
When a Chinese American goes home, and I'm not talking about Chinese that've been here because there's Chinese that've been here for hundreds over 100 years, and they're American. They're still Chinese, but more Americanized, right?
Well, look, though,
Like
I
Chinese,
don't
the
care
first and
about.
second.
I like other cultures, man. You know, I like Dominican culture,
That's what
Cuban
makes the world
culture.
go around. The differences, right?
Yeah.
But some people don't like the difference. They want you to be like them.
No,
And I
I
notice that
don't.
they want to
Yeah,
control
yeah.
that. They
That's
want
an
you to be like
insecurity.
them. They want to
Yeah,
control it.
I don't rock like that. That's why I don't.
Yeah, that's an insecurity. Trying to tell others that they need to forget about what their background is and turn
Yes.
and assimilate themselves into this new thing.
And
Yeah,
I've,
I
I've
don't.
I've experienced that firsthand, Irby. I've experienced that firsthand. I have. And I don't hold on to that. I don't hold that against anybody, but I have experienced it firsthand. And I don't really talk about it. This is the most I've talked about it, to be honest with you. And I'm only talking about my experience. I'm not talking about Blood Moon's experience. I'm talking about my experience. Do you know?
Mhm.
But you said you saw the Bronx energy, so okay. So I'm being aggressive. But that's okay. I'm from the Bronx. Irby got a new phone. He sure did because he's clear. He said blacks
Oh,
need to build culture, and that's it. Ooh, Irby is upset. Morena is not claiming her blackness. How dare you, Morena? Yep, that's how exactly how I see it. Where is Rakim? Rakim has the same mentality as Irby. Oh. Okay.
What?
So
Hold on. What?
so
You
many
see the problem?
Hispanics identify as whites, which
You see the
surprises
problem?
blacks. And I don't identify as
No,
white.
hold on. No
Okay.
disrespect to no disrespect to 18 letter.
No, say how
You
you
see,
feel because she's saying how she feels as well. Just don't lump us all in the same boat. Focus your energy on Blood Moon.
she just compared me and 18. Me and 18 are different types of people. 18 will snap on you when it comes to the gender wars and stuff. Me,
Many
I don't,
Hispanics
I don't condone that.
and blacks don't claim Africa. It's weird. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. But okay. So I don't
no,
want to get on that because I like Irby
that's
coming here and I don't want
particularly
him
the
to feel any
FBA's.
sort of way.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is. That is. So we're just having conversation, right, Irby?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
But I'll be there when you do that. But I'll be there when you do that stream because then I'll be on your territory.
What? Do what?
And trust me, I know what it feels like. I've been on channels
Do,
where I've been the
do
only
what?
Hispanic there, and I get it.
Do what?
You
Do
said you was
what?
gonna do a topic on what we were just talking about on your channel.
The Dominican thing? Yeah, but you really think I'm serious
Mhm.
on that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you are, you're entitled to. But like when you said that people were saying to do the race thing or the gender thing, I was saying that we like YouTube, so we don't want to focus on that, right? Like if you want to get a bunch of clicks and views, and yeah, you'll talk about it. But it's like, okay, that's
No,
not
my
my
thing,
thing. Like,
there's not really a serious thing because Latin America, US, they have the similarities when it came to race and colonization. America, maybe it probably did a little more differently, whatever. Like the whole thing with the probably didn't do the one drop thing. Probably did allow the mulattoes to be mulattoes and shit, but there's no difference, really.
it was
I just don't
horrible.
like people. I just don't like
Just
people
that.
gaslighting. I don't like people gaslighting, talking about like we're the only ones that talked about race or black people are the only ones in America that's race obsessed. Like somebody in and the channel was saying, I'm like, what? Get the fuck out of here.
And you're entitled to that opinion, and she's entitled to hers, and she's here to trigger you, and she gotcha. But I didn't read all that for that commentary, but I read it just to highlight how
it was gas. It was not just triggering. It was gaslighting and condescending.
no one else lived by that BS.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, I just wanted to highlight how this is happening to her. I feel bad for her. I'm old enough to be her mom, right? So my daughter goes out with a gringo, and this happens to her, and then my community is saying, yeah, that's what you get. You should have been dealing with your own, and blah, blah, blah. And they're missing the fact that she passed away.
See, I interrupt. My bad, friend. My apologies for interrupting.
No, it's okay. I got a little bit of a delay, Irby. You know, I'm having a couple of issues here, so go ahead.
I just needed to state some facts. Respond to somebody that made that ignorant ass comment.
Oh, okay. And you're entitled to do so, Irby. But again, I don't feel bad for her, but it was sad. I feel both. Nobody deserves to die. And
I said it last night on my stream. I don't feel she deserved to die. I even say she has the right to her own opinion if she wanted mixed babies.
Yeah, I know that you don't focus on you don't do the gender thing. That I know for sure. But people are doing that, and I've heard some really, and I didn't bring up those no, I did. I do have a couple of those videos that yeah, I did. And just to show how bad it is and people's perception of it. And again, everybody's losing focus that she passed away.
Yeah.
Somebody passed away because of this, regardless of color. It happens to be that, the girl that passed away was black and the person she was dealing with was white. And we're just making alleged assumptions here. We're all assuming because nobody has said anything yet. It's still considered a suicide, self-deletion, but the authorities are investigating it, and the families want answers, and I think they have they did the autopsy. I'm not sure, but okay. So where are we going? FBA is going to fail bad. They reflect everybody. They refute everybody who can teach culture. Okay,
look at that.
The FBAs are gonna be saying something along the lines.
Old head is black, Irby. Old head is black.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that FBA culture. FBA culture only applies is an online coach.
The FBAs are gonna be saying something along the lines that she was with a white man because she was a tether. So she got what she trying to say that she got what she got because she wasn't a real black person. She was a tether.
Let me give you an example.
Oh, yeah. They would say something like that. They would.
Let me give you an example. Let me show you how online I think sometimes this shit is online. Like I see a person like, even though I get triggered, but if I see you got so many people outside the internet, that's mixed with Black American and Puerto Rican, Black American and Dominican, even Black American and Cuban.
Mm-hmm. Dang it, I'm still missing stuff. You might have to repeat it because I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it either.
Okay, so it wasn't me. Okay, I thought it was me. I'm like, damn it, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't hear him either.
That's true, Denise. That's so true. But you're right. We'll never know. We will never know.
Mm-hmm.
We will never know. But that's what I want to focus on.
The chat didn't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, I was just responding to the troll in the comment section.
Okay, what did you say? Because I missed it.
I said the FBA thing is only a cult online.
I think it's going to spill into the real world.
It's a grave. The FBA,
if it spills into the real world, ain't gonna be no problem because people in Florida don't rock like that.
No, you're not likely to meet face to face a so-called FBA.
Well, Florida's it's diverse though. Florida's well, at least where you live at is very diverse. In areas where it's really diverse, Herbie, it's not like that.
Yes, that
Say
should
that again.
spread. If it goes outside of YouTube, it probably be somewhere in Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, and them shit. But here, I don't
Right,
see
Yeah,
that shit.
right.
and those
Like
are the
it's not in New
ones.
York either.
Yeah, yeah, it has nothing to do with New York. They are the FBAs are the same folks that go on and on about how Hispanics has nothing to do with hip hop from the very beginning. That has been already talked to death. So I don't want to get into that. But they're the ones that go
No,
on
but
and
even
on
in
about how.
Florida, I'm saying because Florida is just as diverse as New York. I mean, not Florida, well, Miami
Uh,
or what county is that? Well, that part of Florida, right, is very diverse. So it's like it's not, they have their ways of being, I'm sure. And I heard Florida is super racist as well too. But like
mhm.
it's diverse enough. I think where Irby's at, that is not. It's not like that. Am I right, Irby?
Well, yeah, yeah, and yeah, maybe you go up there to North Florida, probably Jacksonville.
Yeah. Yes. 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 That's the capital, right?
No, Tallahassee is the capital.
Oh, Tallahassee. Okay. But
Tallahassee, this is
yeah,
Miami-Dade, what is it? Dade
right.
County. Uh-huh.
Right. Like it's
Dade
probably
County.
like segregated to a point, but they're still more diverse than the rest of the country. Not compared to like New York and stuff like that. That's where those people that we hear online are so hardcore FBA. That's
Yeah,
why
but
they're on the street.
that's a grift. That's a grift by their leader, and they don't realize that they are being in a freaking cult. And
Yeah.
everybody that they
So
don't like, everybody that they disagree with, all of a sudden they become a tether, and most of the time they're
I
wrong.
just
Hmm.
but it's just like the gender thing too. You see how hard FBA goes? The gender wars thing goes hard too.
Hmm.
And what they don't realize with this guy that the young lady was with, he's a traveler. He was a traveler. He regularly frequented Zanzibar, and he
Moana, you
liked
say you be the only Hispanic in other people's channel. You don't barely be on panels.
when all this stuff was going back and forth. Yeah, I've been on here for a couple of years. Urban, you ain't seen me.
But no, I never seen you on panels.
Yeah, I know because we don't run in the same circles, but I used to be on
'Cause I don't
panels.
even see you on Fighters panel.
What? And ask Fighter why I don't go on his panel. It's not because of Fighter. It's not because of Fighter. It's just what be happening on panels. I like the chat. I prefer the chat.
I prefer the chat
Even
too.
Rob cursed me out one time and called me all sorts of. Oh my god, it got really bad. Nah, Irby. I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. I don't care for it.
He takes naps in school. He'll be fine.
Hmm.
Who you talking about?
No, I'm reading
Denise's kid taking naps in school? Shoot. No, you don't want them to take naps in school. I did a stream about that too, Irby. There was a daycare that was giving the kids stickers to make them go to sleep. And the parents were wondering why the kids were so wired and wide awake when they go. Because they were sleeping all day in the school. And these were like pre-K and pre-KK, like 3 and 4-year-olds. He sleeps good there too. Teachers love him. Yeah. I was never able to fall asleep in school. Okay, let me get back to the topic.
Yeah, my bad.
Because,
for interrupting your topic. My bad.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We were talking about it for another 45 minutes. So I read the article about how they are treating this girl because of who she dealt with. Like she kind of deserved it because she was with a Caucasian. So this is what they're saying because we don't know if this actually happened with this man. This is just how the public feels, right? So let me play the first video and then we can discuss that. Hold on, where am I at? Okay, because I got more, and you're gonna want to talk about it, Irby. So please try not to go nowhere. Did Fulana get back to you, Irby?
Fulana's asleep.
Okay.
The growing mystery surrounding the death of an American influencer while she was vacationing in Tanzania with her fiance.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
The parents of Ashley Robinson, known on social media as Ashley Janae, speaking with ABC Philadelphia station WPVI after learning their daughter died at a luxury resort in Zanzibar. It happened just days after celebrating her 31st birthday and getting engaged to her boyfriend, 45-year-old Joseph McCann.
She was happy. This is what she wanted. She was starting the next chapter of her life.
Robinson sharing the moment McCann popped the question with her more than 100,000 followers.
She FaceTimed me, showed me her ring. She's like, Papa, I'm happy.
But according to Zanzibar authorities, after hotel guests at the Zuri Hotel reported a romantic conflict between the couple on the night of April 8th, hotel management moved McCann to a separate room about a 10-minute walk away. Well, a few hours later, authorities say Robinson was found unresponsive in her room by hotel staff, appearing to have harmed herself.
I did receive a phone call from Joe. He was not really making sense, but he told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital, and that he told me that she was stable.
After receiving treatment at 2 hospitals, Robinson declared dead on April 9th. Authorities say they're still questioning McCann and have confiscated his passport while they await the results of the medical examiner's report. McCann has not responded to ABC News' multiple requests for comment. No arrests have been made, and police previously told media outlets that McCann is not suspected of wrongdoing.
Everything he said just wasn't making sense.
The growing mystery surrounding the death of an American influencer while she was vacationing in Tanzania with her fiancé.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
The parents of The growing mystery surrounding the death of an American influencer while she was vacationing in Tanzania with her fiancé.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
The parents of Ashley Robinson, known on social media as Ashley Janae, speaking with ABC Philadelphia station WPVI after learning their daughter died at a luxury resort in Zanzibar. It happened just days after celebrating her 31st birthday and getting engaged to her boyfriend, 45-year-old Joseph McCann.
She was happy. This is what she wanted. She was starting the next chapter of her life.
Robinson sharing the moment McCann popped the question with her more than 100,000 followers.
She FaceTimed me, showed me her ring. She's like, Papa, I'm happy.
But according to Zanzibar authorities, after hotel guests at the Zuri Hotel reported a romantic conflict between the couple on the night of April 8th, hotel management moved McCann to a separate room about a 10-minute walk away. Well, a few hours later, authorities say Robinson was found unresponsive in her room by hotel staff, appearing to have harmed herself.
I did receive a phone call from Joe. He was not really making sense, but he told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital, and that he told me that she was stable.
After receiving treatment at 2 hospitals, Robinson declared dead on April 9th. Authorities say they're still questioning McCann and have confiscated his passport while they await the results of the medical examiner's report. McCann has not responded to ABC News' multiple requests for comment. No arrests have been made, and police previously told media outlets that McCann is not suspected of wrongdoing.
Everything he said just wasn't making sense.
The growing mystery surrounding the death of an American influencer while she was vacationing in Tanzania with her fiancé.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
The parents of Ashley Robinson, known on social media as Ashley Janae, speaking with ABC Philadelphia station WPVI after learning their daughter died at a luxury resort in Zanzibar. It happened just days after celebrating her 31st birthday and getting engaged to her boyfriend, 45-year-old Joseph McCann.
She was happy. This is what she wanted. She was starting the next chapter of her life.
Robinson sharing